I strongly recommend that you don't enter 2026 with this mindset. Please see this video.
I hear a lot of rubbish these days. Things like, if you need 20 million and you can't call 3 friends to raise it, you need to change your circle. That's rubbish. And you need to learn to stop listening to nonsense like that. How have we reduced friendship to a financial institution? That's how many of you end up building a circle of people who are only there for what you can offer them monetarily. That's not friendship.
You see, all through 2025, I kept stumbling on videos of people talking down friendship, making friendship look like it was all about the monetary offers. And then it became clear that when someone met me at a mechanic workshop one time this 2025 and asked me while we were discussing, he was like, do I have friends that I can reach out to and they'll raise 20 million naira for me at the stand without asking questions? And I said no. He said, what about 10 million? I said no. He said, what about 5 million? I said no. And he said, what about 1 million? I said, I'm not very sure. And I almost was beginning to believe him when I started reminiscing as I got home what friendship truly is. I decided to ask ChatGPT, and this is the first thing that came up. He said, friendship is one of the most beautiful and enriching aspects of life. It is the invisible thread that connects hearts, transcending distance, time, and even differences. Here's a reflection on it. The essence of friendship is laughter echoing through late night conversations. It is the comfort of silence shared without awkwardness. It is knowing someone sees you, not just your smile, but your struggles too, and stays. It is the spontaneous texts, the inside jokes, the unwavering support. It is the kind of love that doesn't ask for anything but gives everything. One time I got a call from an organization saying I should come for an interview. And while I was checking my mails for job applications, I did not stumble on that organization. It was later that day that a friend I met in service reached out to me to tell me he had applied for that job opening for me without even telling me. How many of these your rich friends can you have a fair conversation with without limitations? Like you can come out, pour your heart and not have a feeling of offending them in any way. How many of these your rich friends can stick out their neck for you? One time I had just posted on my WhatsApp that something was wrong with me. My DM was full. Friends were reaching out. Some of them even had to organize prayers for me in the night. That is true friendship. How many of these your friends can stand shorty for you? One time some people were saying some things that I did some particular thing I did not do. That was back in Calabar. And I was shocked that the whole thing rose and died a natural death without even me knowing. I got to know about it when the matter was passed, and it was friends defending me that I cannot do that kind of thing. How many of your rich friends can do this for you? You see, sometimes we just build a narrative and we throw it out there as if that is all these things are meant to be. They are not, for God's sake. Friendship is deeper than money. Do you know there are things that friends do for you that money cannot even afford? I got connected to some celebrity friends of mine today. I did not pay a dime. It was a friend that did it for me. I hope you have not lost treasures that God allowed you meet as friends, all in the name of looking for rich people or people that can give you 1 billion at a stance without any question. The conversation became very strong at some point in 2025. Thank God we are finally coming to the end of 2025. I hope you will have a rethink before crossing over to 2026 and go for the right persons. People who love you for who you are. People who are willing to correct you and help you win at all costs. People who are ready to stick out their neck to make sure that you too become victorious. People who can defend you even in your absence. People who will recommend you in places where your feet can never get. People who you can have a heart-to-heart conversation with. People who, in your downness of down, you can reach out to them and they'll give you listening ear. People who, even if you are caught red-handed doing anything bad, they can listen to you and hear your own side of the story. And they don't even judge you. They correct you. Friendship is an extension of family. You don't buy family. You cannot buy through friends. These are things that money cannot do. Please, let us help each other get better. Because we keep building these narratives and it makes it look like every other person is not doing it right. Meanwhile, it is not even what it is meant to be. I hope this meets you well because now this be the problem. Thank you.